Spoonstealer here, and today I'm going to do a review, not a rant, about the game that a lot of people own and know as Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. First of all, the multiplayer blows penis. It's horrible. It's just a clusterfuck of unrealistic combat and campers, so don't even get me started. I'm not going to talk about that today. What I'm going to talk about is the campaign. I would like to say first that the campaign has an interesting storyline. But it didn't feel like warfare to me. It felt more like a secret agent game. It got off track of the COD 4 we all fell in love with. It just doesn't feel the same. Another thing I didn't like was the campaign can be a little predictable. You die in every level, but then you like miraculously live because someone saves you. It's really predictable. I mean, I knew what everything was gonna happen. It felt kind of like a Resident Evil. Like every checkpoint you got, a certain amount of guys would come out, and you'd kill those guys. You'd move on a few steps, and then checkpoint comes, and you'd kill a whole bunch of other guys. It felt really predictable, and it didn't feel real. That was another thing. Like, because you died so much, and because it felt predictable, whenever something happened, you're like, is this the real thing? Is this what's going to happen? Is this how the storyline goes, or am I just going to get saved again? It's because it just felt unreal. It was kind of bad. You can't really make your own choices in the campaign. It's not really like a BioShock, which everybody fell in love with in BioShock. It was really fun. You decide your own destiny. This was objective. The objectives were just point, get this done, like the Resident Evil. But the thing I did like about the objective markers is it made the game easier to follow, and it wasn't too questy. You didn't have to find anything. Because you knew exactly where you were going. The special ops, I would give it an A-. It's great, but it's too campaign themed. There was not a real lot of ingenuity going on when the special ops were created. It was like multiplayer was put first, and it sucked penis, and then the special ops were just thrown in on the side. It was just a little side dish. And what ended up happening is you guys fucked so much with the multiplayer that ended up making the special ops amazing. So I guess that was an accident. I don't know if you guys were intending this, but whatever. Like, for example, they just copy and pasted the map hit for hidden. Yeah, it was from All Gillied Up, and it really didn't take a lot of ingenuity. It was kind of disappointing. You can actually glitch out of the map, and you go to same exact spots that you do in All Gillied Up. So, I mean, it was kind of lazy, and people don't really like to find glitches like that where they find out that you just didn't give a fuck and didn't care about us. You didn't want to make anything new, so that was kind of disappointing. Now, the ending to the campaign is, it's climactic. Don't get me wrong. It's a cliffhanger, but not enough of a cliffhanger. It's just like, it doesn't, it's like, they might make another one, but then they might not, because that might be how it ends. It might symbolize something. It's like, okay, we're just going to go and sit in this place. We're fine, okay. But Ramirez, in the end, it kind of gives you knowledge that they are going to make another one. But that wasn't the ending. It's like you just stop playing him. It's like, okay, whatever. I'm done with this guy. Let's play as a Soap from now on. That's pretty disappointing. You just branched off and just made that single campaign instead of the double campaign that you're going with, which make the game so intriguing. But the ending is a little predictable. I would say when you throw the knife into Shepard's face, it's pretty predictable because you know Soap's not gonna die. I mean, they don't kill Soap, which is good. I mean, that's good that they don't kill Soap, but it's predictable. It would have been something if they did it with Roach. That would have made it a lot more climactic. What else? Switching characters in the middle of the game got really annoying for me. I mean, first of all, you're playing as Roach, who no one even knows. It's retarded. And then you die by Shepard. It's like, you die by Shepard, and you didn't get attached enough to Roach. It's like, whoop-de-doo, I got this guy, and everybody wants to go back to Soap. It's like, yay, I'm back playing as Soap again. But you didn't feel any loss when Roach was dead. It would have been something if, like, you played as Soap and then Shepard tried to kill you, but then you have to come back and avenge, and because you have to tell everybody that he's gone bad. It would have been way cooler because it would give more of a human feel to the game, which would make it better. In my opinion, I don't know. Maybe some dumb fuck out there would be like, "Hey, it's really cool that we switch characters in the middle of a game. It's really fun. It's really dumb. Anyways, they took too many guns out of the original game. Then they gave you a whole bunch of guns that were the same thing, same exact guns. They all did the same thing. So who cares about what gun you have? Who really gives a fuck? Because you just pick up a gun and you just go. It's whatever. It really comes down to what gun has the most mags. That's really all it comes down to, because they all have the same firepower. They're all the same millimeter, no matter what it says. It doesn't matter. So, and then overall, I would say I'd have to give this game a C. It was an average game. The only thing that brought this game up was the Spec Ops. It's like, if you're in school, you get an A and an F. It averages out as a C. You got an F on the multiplayer. I mean, you did okay in the campaign, which I'd give you a C right there. You got an A in the Spec Ops, so I'm going to give you an overall a C. The multiplayer was a big disappointment. This game is campaign, but it's also a large part multiplayer-based game. A lot of people bought this game just to play the multiplayer. The campaign wasn't anything spectacular. I didn't go out and tell people, buy this game, it's such a great campaign, it's so much fun. Because it wasn't. It was predictable, it was unreal, and I didn't get attached to any characters because you flip-flop them around, you stupid pieces of fuck. It was pretty annoying. And in Veteran, it can get extremely annoying because all it is, they didn't add any more men, because I guess they wanted to keep the frame rate the same, which I guess that's pretty smart. All they did was everybody has an automatic foul, and every single person has a crate of grenades sitting right by them, so they can just reach in and keep throwing, and they just keep respawning grenades. Which is really annoying, because once you play Veteran, it really feels Resident Evil, because there's no tactic involved. You just sit, take cover. You got to peek around, kill a few guys, and then sit, take cover, and you can quick scope everyone, which doesn't make this challenging at all. I mean, there are some sequences where I guess you could say, yes, you throw your flashbang in, you infiltrate, you shoot guys, and that's cool. But there are other parts where there are guys just sitting on the roof and you're pinned down and your guys ditch you. I don't get that. They ditch you in the middle of the level and you're on your own to just sit by this box while grenades are being thrown at you. You just have to keep throwing them back and you're not doing anything, which is really annoying. So I'm just going to give this game a C because it really annoyed me in some ways in the multiplayer. Not multiplayer. The campaign annoyed me. Multiplayer was just fucked up. I do not want to touch that shit no more. I am not playing that multiplayer anymore. The Spec Ops were fun. I definitely play the Spec Ops more than I play anything else because it's a lot better than anything else in that game. So this is not the game from COD. This is not COD 4. This is not COD 4 continued. This is a completely new game. It is not the same at all. I don't care what anybody tells you. Just because it carries a title doesn't make it a good game. It has to live up to the game's standards that was before it. So overall, I'm going to give this game a C because it did not live up to my expectations. Spoon Stealer, the O's are zeros, and remember, I'm telling you the truth. Out.